Hello, hi, namaste. My name is Jivanjyoti Biswal, and we just started a new series in YouTube that where we are talking about DSA in Java. In the previous classes, we just completed array, a sorting and sorting algorithm, means two sorting and three sorting algorithm. Not all the sorting algorithm is completed till now. Okay, we'll cover this topic before it. I think this is the best time to learn about recursion. Okay, we just in the previous class we just talked about some recursion is nothing but calling a method by itself inside the method is nothing but recursion. Okay, we just two simple programs means the in the yesterday class. Okay, today we are going to learn about something more deep depth on the recursion. Okay, today I am going to complete two questions for the recursion. One is adding a number. Okay, I am going to add number from 1 to n, and also I am going to add I am going to find the factorial of a number by using recursion. Okay, let's do this program. First one, I am going to adding the numbers. Okay, let's do 1 to n. N is nothing but our user input. Okay, first we are going to see about adding. After that we are going to show about multiplication, that is also known as our factorization. Okay, adding here I will also do the multiplication. I am writing mul here. Okay, adding is nothing but I am going to 1, then 2, then 3, then up to it will be n. Okay, we can do this program by using the while loop directly here. Let's do this program by using while loop. Okay, I'm declaring int I is nothing but something okay, I'm declaring 1. Okay, int n is nothing but a user input, but I'm taking here n as 5. Okay, I want to do this program by using while loop. That's why I'm writing the condition for the while loop. If my I is less than equal to my n, at that time I just want to add. Okay, I need a container to store this value. That's why I'm declaring a container as sum equal to 0. Here I am just assigning sum is nothing but sum plus equal to I. Okay, this is nothing but adding a program by using our normal while loop, or we can do this program by using for loop also. Okay, I am also doing this using for loop, but the for loop initialization is not declared before the condition. Okay, means inside the for loop only we are going to initializing. Okay, that is nothing but our adding the number. Okay, if I am going to do this program in recursion, how I will do? Okay, let's consider. We already know how to count the count the variables. I'm declaring a int I is nothing but 1. My n is nothing but 5. You can go for the user input. I'm not taking any user input here. Okay, I'm just increasing the size. Let's make this inside a container, inside a method, public static. You can go for the non-static also. Okay, I want to add. Okay, I don't want to print here. I want to add, and I want to return to the caller to print this. That's why I'm declaring int add. Here I am passing my n. N is nothing but the user input n. Okay. Okay. Here I just want to call this method system. This is consider this is inside my main method. Okay. Dot out dot print ln of. I'm calling add method by passing my n value. N value is nothing but that can be user input. Okay. Here I am going to write my logic here. Okay. This is the means I know how to propagate. Okay. Here we don't need I. Okay. N is fine. Okay. Here we need to propagate. Okay. By adding 1 to n or reversing n to 1, it is fine. These two are something similar. If I am going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus up to n, otherwise I am going to add n plus n minus 1 plus n minus 2 up to 1. That is also fine or not? Yes, that is also fine. Means we are going to calculate something similar. Okay, there is nothing else. Okay, that's why I'm going to write the logic for this. Okay, I have to add. Okay, I am going to add. First time I am going to add with n plus add with n minus 1. Okay, sorry. Okay, first time I am going to add with n. N is nothing but my value, and I want to return. I want to return this value to the caller, but I should have to put some condition where I have to break for this, means where I have to break my recursion. Okay, just see this while loop here. I am where I am just going to stop for the recursion. Whereas my value is nothing but n. N is nothing but 5. Where my value is 5, I am going to break this condition. Okay, let's do something here. If I am going to do something like that only, if okay, if I don't want any I value here. Okay, let's consider it is my n. If my n value is less than or equal to 0, at that time I just want to add n, otherwise I want to make n minus minus. That is also fine. This is also work. This is also going to return adding from 1 to 5. This is also fine. Okay, because if I am going to add with 0, the 0, okay, I just leave the 0, not required, because if you are going to adding with 0, it is returning same value, not modifying anything. That's why if my value n is, if my value is okay, some condition was wrong. If my value is greater than 0, at that time I just want to add, otherwise I want to what, I want to add with the sum value. Okay, sum is nothing but first time it is 5, second time it is 4, third time 3, then because I am making n minus minus. When n value is 1, it is also added. When n value is 0, okay, now n value is 0. 0 is greater than 0, the condition was false, and the loop going to be terminated. When my loop going to be terminated here? My loop is going to be terminated when n value is greater than 0. Okay, that's why I just get my condition. If I will do where I have to terminate, if my value, means whatever the n value, if is equal to 0, at that time I am just going to return 0. Or we can make something by reliable. If my value was 1, at that time I am returning 1. Okay, that is also fine. By returning 0 also fine. By returning 1, I am just doing something called code optimization. I am just stopping, means I'm just saving my one S tag recursion, means one kind of S tag memory allocation. I'm just reserving that. That is nothing but something that is some easy. Okay, we will go to learn about these things in the further classes. Don't be worry about the thing. Okay, you need to track this. Okay, I already show you in the previous class how to track. Go for that video and try to do this program. Okay, try to track this. Track all over the recursion, whatever the new code I am going to be teach you. Okay. Okay, this is our recursion for adding. Okay, let's do, I am just copying this and I want to paste here. Okay, I'm not going to write anything. Okay, control Z. Okay, one second, control V. Okay, my n is required here, control V. Okay, let's run this program. 15 is coming, means my whatever the code I just written here is code is perfectly working. Okay, go for the second question. It is going to, we are going to multiplying 1 to n. Okay, we can write this logic by using our while condition here. Okay, here I am not going to declare any I variable. I am just declaring my n is nothing but the user input. I am here my n is less for 10. Okay. Okay, go for the okay, my n is 5. I just want to increase the font of the size. Here I just want to declare int multiplication is equal to 1. 5 make us 1, not 0, because I want to multiply. If I am going to multiply with 0, the value will be 0. That's why I am not declaring as 0. Okay, while my n is greater than 0. Okay, I want to go up to 1. Okay, my if my n is greater than 0, at that time I am just declaring multiply into is equal to, I am multiplying with n value, and after that I am doing n minus minus here. Okay, you can go for this n equal to n less than 0, or otherwise you can just modify this only, because for the, if you are going to multiply with 1, this is nothing going to happen, because you are not, if you are going to not multiplying with 1, it's fine, because whatever the code you are going to multiply with 1, you are getting the same output, nothing will be changed that way. Okay, if my code is going to up to 1 value, okay, okay, it is factorization. Okay, what is the value of the 0 factorial? There is a question. What is the 1 factorial? 1 factorial is not, okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. What is the value of 1 factorial? 1 factorial is nothing but 1. What is the value of 0 factorial? It is also 1. Nothing but 1. Okay, we are going to do this program. Okay, I just want to modify this, nothing else. Okay, here my, I just declaring, okay, I just want to modify the name. It is nothing but multiply mul. Okay, make us factorization fact. Okay, fact. Okay, my okay, if I am going to add, like if I want to add, you can go for the reverse. I'm going for the reverse here. I'm going to I'm going to what, I'm going to n multiply fact of n minus 1. I'm going to do here, and I want to return this value. Okay, and I need some condition where I have to stuff. Okay, that's why I'm putting a condition if my n value is equal to 1, or, because 0 factorial is nothing but 1. Okay, it is a mathematical constant, is equal to 0, at that time I am returning 1. Okay, that is nothing but our logic here. Let's copy this code. I don't want to copy this because this is already present here. Okay, control V, modify this name, fact of n I am passing. Let's run this program. Yeah, it's working fine, means our code is working fine, means whatever the logic we just explained, it is working fine. Okay, we already talked about the factorization, we already talked about the recursion and how to track the recursion. You can go and check out the previous video for the recursion. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe my video.